Hey there, welcome to my new YouTube series. Look, I know I'm not the first to ever do a noob to pro on Blox Fruits, but with that being said, I've never seen anyone do a daily upload series on Blox Fruits. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there. I think I had a problem with my voice. Anyway, my goal for this series is really simple. Like really simple. Super duper easy. First, I want to reach max level in Blox Fruits. Second, I want to reach #1 in hype section. Of course, that can only be done with the help of you guys. If you guys can't help me out with the hype section, I'll take a like, a sub, and a comment. You know, anything to really get the video booming. And I mean anything. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the series. So, here we begin at the Pirate Island. I usually go live every single day on this channel, so of course I thought it would be pretty cool if I went ahead and live stream this as well. I'll be live streaming the entire thing until we complete the series, so if you guys want to drop by and say hi, don't be shy. After setting everything up on my stream and waiting for everyone to join my chat, I decided to finally get to work on beating these bandits. And it didn't take long at all for my level to start rising. I was kind of sad because I was having so much fun beating on the weakest mob in the game. They literally can't even fight back, dude. Have you guys died to a bandit before? I haven't. With all these levels, it was only a given that I was going to get some points. I started investing everything I had into my melee. Totally because I couldn't afford a sword or anything like that. And all of a sudden, I was done with the first island. Now it was time to move on to the next island. All I had to do was invest my points and get a ship. That's until I remembered I was streaming, and that some of my viewers have Portal. I was now at the new island, but I couldn't spend any fruits yet because I'm still only level 10. So what does one player do when he's level 10 and he doesn't have any money to spend any fruits? Start slaughtering innocent apes. Hey, don't hate me. You gotta get it how you get it out here. In the jungle, it's either eat or be eaten. That being said, I do not suggest eating apes. They taste kind of fruity. And boom, before you know it, I was level 15. Already done grinding the apes, which was surprisingly faster than grinding the bandits. But it made sense, since I only needed to get 5 levels from killing apes anyway. I was ready to move on to the gorillas, but my chat kind of interrupted me to go get a saw. It was this giant fisherman dude that looked like Arlong from One Piece. I think it goes without saying that I got destroyed, obviously. I'm only level 15 after all. I finally got teleported back to the island so I could start grinding on these gorillas. Saying that out loud, that sounds a little sus. The gorillas were kind of easy. Nothing really special. Nothing my fist can only just plow through, you know what I mean? Probably because I invested everything I had into melee. But at this point, I needed some defense, I'm not gonna lie. Because I was taking some pretty good damage from the gorillas as well. And it's only a matter of time until I had to fight the Gorilla King himself, Mr. Kong. So after a few minutes of grinding, I finally had enough levels to invest in some defense. I actually needed a lot if I was gonna fight Diddy head to head. Diddy as in Diddy Kong, just to be clear. Anyway, I finally wrapped things up and decided to go get the quest, and I was on my way over there, and to see my viewers were already attacking him. I was panicking, thinking that they were gonna kill him before I get the chance to even land a punch on him. And I would have to wait another 5-10 minutes from the respawn. But surprisingly enough, I have the most wholesome community for fans. Like, I really don't deserve you guys. Anyway, you guys helped me out by lowering his health and no one attacked him at all, waiting for me to come back and finish him off, which I did in style. I'm really happy that I got to do this quest because it gave me a ton of levels. I was really debating whether I should skip this quest or not, but I'm glad I did it because it's definitely worth the wait. At this point, it was time to move on to the next island, and you already know the drill. I asked one of my viewers to pop their portal, and in a blink of an eye, I was on Pirate Island. At this point, I'm still not level 50, so there's no time to golly gagging. What? How do you say it? Anyway, that's besides the point. It was time to really put in that work on them pirates. Arg. My viewers came in clutch during this time. They helped by lowering down their health to 1 shot, which made the whole progress even way quicker and easier than it should have been. Eventually, after mindlessly beating up a ton of different kind of pirates for like the past 20 minutes, I was ready to move on to some brutes. Now, unlike the bandits, gorillas, or pirates, the brutes were a different breed. They were actually challenging the fight. For the very first time, the NPCs were giving me a little bit of pushback. Not too sure if I like that. I like the idea of being the strongest out in the seas, even if I'm only level 30. Now, usually I would speed through this process of leveling because my viewers would come and help me out by lowering them down to one shot. And although some of them were doing that, which I do appreciate, most of them were fighting each other and stealing each other's bounties. So it was really up to me to figure out how to take care of these brutes. And I guess you could just say I use brute force. See what I did there? You're supposed to laugh. Laugh! Anyway, it took a long time, but I did it. I finally got to level 50 just grinding the brutes. I wasn't able to fight the clown or the chef or whatever he's supposed to be now because they updated Blox Fruits. I didn't even see him. He didn't spawn in at all for some reason. But I guess the server was just glitched or bugged for whatever reason. We decided to go ahead and finally spin my fruit now since I was level 50. I had no idea what I was gonna get, but I was really hoping for light. Apparently light fruit was one of the best fruits for the first sea. That with ice or even Buddha. But the thing about Buddha is I don't know if that still kind of counts. Apparently it was something to do with you being able to use martial arts from a far distance. I think it got patched. Now it's all or nothing. I was gonna gamble all the money I made up to this point. And the one thing I didn't want was a rocket.
I give you bacon luck. Anjali Sarin says. Summer to confirm the lightning effect.
Yeah, at least it wasn't rocket. At this point, the clown still hadn't spawned in. And I was just constantly grinding brutes for the entire stream. I was really getting exhausted. Luckily, one of my viewers liked me enough to gift me 2 times XP. That way I can really speed through the process. Shout out to Banana VR. And if I wasn't already lucky enough with that, another viewer decided to go ahead and gift me the ice fruit, which I really appreciate and really sped things up in the process having that Logie on me. After what felt like an hour of just grinding brutes, I was finally on the next island. And boy was I happy. Although I'm not gonna sit here and say things went smoothly, some people definitely did troll me from the chat. Still, things progressed way faster than the last island. I was making so much progress that before I knew it, I had moved on to the next area of the island. Looking back on it, I doubt I even spent 20 minutes on that island. After a little bit more grinding, I was already on the snow island before I knew it. And the same viewer even went and gifted me some more 2 times XP. I was getting ready to grind this island, but I started to feel a little tired. I'd been playing this game for over 2 hours at this point, and a lot of people in the stream wanted to get into the game and couldn't, since it was a public server. So I decided this is where I was going to wrap it up for today. If you guys enjoyed this episode, once again, make sure to like the video, comment something down below, and I'll upload tomorrow as well. And the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. See you tomorrow.